I don't think there's any one-size-fits-all fix for negative comments online. And there's a lot of misconceptions floating around about the people who leave them. And the simple answer, I think, is to just deal with it. Or don't. You have the power to decide where you put your energy. And I do want to mention that this is not just for content creators. Like, if you have social media, and if you posted something, you said something, you put something out there, like, this is for you, right? So in this video, I want to focus on the actual people, like the humans behind that profile picture. And I think once you have a truer or more accurate picture of who these people actually are, it could change how you respond or don't respond to them. And I do want to mention that putting yourself out there is a brave thing. Like, regardless of your message, this is your gift to the world. Be prepared for people to impose and to opine and to shit all over it. The act of showing up publicly saying, here I am, and here's what I think, yeah, that takes something. And so don't let that be taken away from you by anyone. My name is Jereh Lubrin. I went through a very public murder trial, and I've been to prison with people who have fundamentally different views from me. And now, I am actively engaging in social media. And I am choosing, by design, to live alongside the rightfully deserved stigma. Like, I'm your guy, if you're in this kind of stuff. But anyway, let's get started. Here's what I believe. Critics have limited time. Every single one of them. There are creators that I personally watch, and I keep getting bombarded by cat videos, fartfluencers, whatever the algorithm decides that I need today. But I cannot get into everything I want to consume. There's not enough time. Not enough time in the day for that. Like, for the stuff that you actually want. So that could only mean one factual thing. The person who is leaving negative comments on your page is prioritizing that activity. They are choosing to spend their limited time on you. And that person could be a brave soul who puts their face on the line, or they could be an anonymous private profile with no picture and a fake name. But it doesn't matter. And what they say could probably have merit. But because you are choosing to put yourself out there, that's part of the arrangement. And I'm well aware of that idea that just because you make content online, that doesn't mean you should be subjected to racial slurs and toxicity. But I hate to break it to you, you don't get to make that call. People are going to talk. You can't stop them. Anyway, these people, they're not all basement dwellers. They're not all poor. They're not jobless. They're not stupid. They're not all weak. Like, these platitudes, that it's just losers with nothing better to do. I mean, you're coping because you don't know these people. You don't know them at all. You don't know if that person is the next mass unaliver. You don't know what someone is capable of. You don't know who's behind that screen. And if you have a platform and people are following you for you, you don't want to endanger your people by having them fight your battles with someone you know nothing about. And I would say you don't want to be the last negative interaction someone has before they do something horrific. As I think about that, these people who are leaving these comments, they're making a choice to be seen or to not, to be validated or not. Like they have a need to be validated. And I completely understand that choice. Like, to be seen or to not. Like when my case was going on, I was silent for years. And that was an option. That was the arrangement. And then when I got out, I spent another full year shutting the fuck up. And then eventually, I made a choice to be seen. And that's why I'm here. And I know I can never reclaim my reputation. I can't renovate it. I can't revise it. The only thing I can do is exist alongside with the stigma. And so what I'm doing is reputation saturation, not reputation repair. And I don't love it. But I'd rather have a voice because isolation is not fun. So when I was working as a correctional officer, inmates would just act out. And because I was in the position that I was in, I didn't really care to understand it, nor did I want to prioritize any energy of figuring out why. But then I went to prison. Then that's where I saw guys falling apart, crashing out, doing wild things because they wanted attention. They wanted to be seen, to be validated. And there's a performative aspect to it, but I'm not going to assume that they're weak or lame, or it could be true. But I think the more accurate thing to say is they just want to be seen. They need attention. Something was lacking. Because, validation is addicting. It's literally a drug. Like, to have people approve your message, shit feels good. So when I see a comment like, you're a stupid reservist, or you haven't deployed, which is true. By the way, I never claim that I've deployed, yet I support our troops. I mean, I signed up. I was in for 5 years till I got kicked out with the OTH. But they always come in with, you're just a stupid reservist. You have no room to talk about military affairs or support. But then that's the moment when I see the, right, guys, right? But the guy who says that, he probably has merit. I mean, I get it. Because I was going through a different battle. I was in the reserves while working for the sheriff's office, so I didn't have days off. Then I had a murder trial. And then I got kicked out. But that's a whole different level of cracking and not snitching. But that's how I see negative comments now. It's like when someone says, you're a stupid Asian immigrant piece of trash. Right, guys? Right? And they're doing it in the comment section. They're performing. Looking for the cosign. And I'm not going to argue whether they're right or wrong about me. Because, dude, it takes a lot of energy. And I know it takes a lot on them. It takes a toll. It takes a toll. But being addicted to positive comments is just as dangerous. But that's another video, another lesson, another consultation. But what I do know is that negative comments suck. Even in a sea of great comments. You can check my Instagram, it's great. But the negative ones will always sting. But there are those ways to deal with it, which is like just deal with it. You could block it publicly, and dwell with it privately. You could just block and not say nothing. Don't engage and just block. Or if you have the energy, you could just see where it takes you and then see what your community does. But you can't stop people from saying what they want to say. Good luck trying to, get them to think what you want to think. I think you should stop talking like that to me. It's not going to work. The best thing to do is know yourself, know what you're all about, and just be careful where you get your sources of validation. That's how you deal with negative comments. True. I choose to kind of engage because it just makes life a little bit more interesting. Because in prison, I dealt with a lot of shit talking, rape threats, death threats. But I've always been transparent. And it served me well. And I know for a fact that it is possible to make friends because I'm a better friend than an enemy.